Chapter 8, Deontological Ethics, Introduction. We're going to begin with a story about Honest Al. As Honest Al slouched contentedly back in his chair, he glanced out over the office window at his large and profitable used car lot. It'd been a great day. 4 sales just this afternoon. That should be enough to cover his kids' college expenses for the whole next month. And it had sure been satisfying to chew out Fred, one of his salesmen, for losing the Atlas account. That should keep Fred humble for a while, and with Fred laying low, there'll be no need to put up with his incessant pleas for a raise until the end of summer at least. Al chuckled to himself. He'd wanted to dump Atlas anyway, so Fred's mistake really worked out just the way Al wanted it. Best of all, though, was the sale Al managed to pull off to Mrs. Sansoner. That morning, the blue SUV with the transmission leak. Yes, Al was certainly glad to get rid of that. It'd been a real pain moving it each morning so customers wouldn't notice the oil that collected underneath. I wonder what was wrong with it, Al mused. Oh well, I'll find out soon enough. The great thing about the sale was that Satsoner had also taken Al up on his great deal to fix any problems that might show up over the next 6 months at a discount. With the jewelry she wears, she can surely afford to repair the repairs more than I can. This way, I even make a profit while she thinks I'm doing her a favor. He shifted comfortably down in his chair. Al knew his business. He had a right to be satisfied. Now, we might wonder, did Al do anything wrong? If we apply act utilitarianism to Al's actions, it isn't at all clear that Al brought more disutility to the world than would otherwise be there. Fred won't get a raise right away, but he may work harder over the next few months. And what Fred doesn't get, Al will keep, so it more or less balances out. As for Mrs. Sansoner, it's too bad that she'll soon need repairs on the car she just bought. But if this helps Al pays for his kid's college education, a worthy cause, then isn't that better than Miss Sansoner wasting money on her gaudy jewelry? Further, none of this is likely to threaten Al's business. In fact, Mrs. Sansoner will probably rave to others about Al's super deals. On the other hand, if we evaluate Al from the perspective of various deontological theories, then his behavior is morally unacceptable, as we'll soon see. In contrast to consequentialist theories, deontological theories reject consequences as the basis of morality. Typically, deontological theories focus on particular moral duties, calling something right or wrong depending on the kind of act committed. So, what kinds of things has Al done? Well, he deceived others. Specifically, he tricked Fred into thinking that losing the Atlas contract was a bad thing. He hid the SUV's link from his customers, and then he led Mrs. Sansoner to believe that she just bought a dependable vehicle and got a great deal on top of that. Deontological theories call such deceptive practices wrong, because the kind of acts that's usually related to one's intentions, Al intended to deceive both Fred and Mrs. Sansoner. Deontological theories also commonly consider the actor's motives and intentions. Al doesn't rate very highly in this respect either. He deliberately deceived others out of pure self-centered motives. Now, the definition of deontological ethics. Deontological ethical theories reject consequences as a basis for morality and instead focus on duties that are characterized by principles regarding specific kinds of acts and often intentions as well. Deontological theories determine right and wrong by identifying the right kinds of acts and moral duties rather than by considering consequences.